Good evening, I'm Matt Woodman. This is CTV News at 5. Tonight, hazardous hole. A sinkhole swallows up 2 cars in a Leduc parking lot. Wrong turn. An Alberta woman shares her scary experience while riding in an Uber. And can you hear me now? New technology keeping Albertans connected, even in areas with no cell service.
CTV Edmonton, local breaking news with Matt Woodman.
2 cars that fell into a sinkhole in Leduc have been removed, leaving a gaping hole in a parking lot. CTV's Miriam Valdez-Carletti has reaction from neighbors.
This sinkhole swallowed up 2 cars parked by an apartment building in Leduc Thursday night, leaving some neighbors caught off guard.
Absolute shock. I had walked by an hour before. Everything was fine. I come back out, poof.
They usually keep pretty good care of this place, so I was pretty shocked when I seen this on Facebook.
I'd have to say it's a freak of nature. It happens once in a while.
Christina Forrester was walking her dogs when she saw what happened.
They came around the corner to drive in their parking spot, and the ground just like that.
The 2 cars nearly fell all the way in before they were towed out. It's unclear what caused the sinkhole. The area around it at McEwen Greens has since been fenced up. Ken Cochran lives in the area and isn't worried his car could be next.
We have one that here, and we also keep an underground one, so our vehicle's always safe, hopefully, because it could happen over there. Who knows? It's a freak.
The city says it's not aware of any injuries that occurred. It says the infrastructure under the parking lot wasn't installed or owned by the city since it's a private development. CTV News reached out to the property managers of the building but didn't hear back. And while the hole awaits to be fixed up, Forrester thinks there could be one use for the unwelcomed hole.
It would make a great pool.
In Leduc, Miriam Valdez-Carletti, CTV News.
You could receive up to $10,000 in rebates from EPCOR through its new Rainwise program. The 3-year pilot program began earlier this spring. It aims to slow down rainwater from entering storm drains around the city. EPCOR says it will reduce both the demand on its system and the risk of flooding on properties. Rebates range from $2,000 to $10,000. EPCOR says it's received more than 200 applications since its launch.
Those are rain barrels, but also soil cells, rain gardens, anything you can think of where that water that's running off from the hard surface is then going to something other than straight to the street.
You need to apply for the rebate and get approval before you start your project. More information can be found on our website at ctvnewsedmonton.ca. Just click on news links. The city says Edmonton's recent hot weather is keeping mosquito activity low. The city of Edmonton says mostly dry weather since the spring has prevented mosquito populations from going through their full life cycle. Canada's health agency recently confirmed Canada's first case of West Nile virus in Toronto. If a mosquito is carrying the virus and bites you, flu-like symptoms can begin. The city's pest management lab says concern for West Nile is low in Edmonton.
Those mosquito numbers have been really low this summer. Culex pipiens, the most likely vector in our area, has been less than 1% of our mosquito counts.
The city says the best way to prevent the virus is to prevent mosquito breeding. That means keeping standing water to a minimum, including regularly draining bird baths and flower pots on your property. While checking in on your friends and family during this heat, you may also want to touch base with your trees. Extended periods of heat can be hard on trees. Experts say a stressed out tree may have wilting, cupping, or scorched leaves, and the best way to support your plants is with water.
Water acts as a transport vehicle, essentially, and transports nutrients to the tree. So when it doesn't have enough of that water, those transport vehicles, it can suffer.
Kevin Sproul with Davey Tree Edmonton says for heat waves lasting a week or longer, be sure to give your tree a good soaking once or twice a week. Early in the morning or late in the evening are the best times to do so. Make sure the water doesn't hit the trunk, as that can encourage fungus to grow. Davey Tree Edmonton also suggests using fertilizer to replenish any nutrients the tree may be lacking, and a good layer of mulch to help with water retention. Elk Island National Park is reminding visitors alcohol and cannabis are banned even in campgrounds this long weekend. In a cheeky online post, the park says the only thing that should be getting toasted this weekend is your marshmallow. And answering the why, it goes on to say the bison didn't consent to your late night karaoke session. Banff campsites also have a full ban on alcohol and cannabis on long weekends. In Jasper, consumption is allowed at campsites as long as it's outside the quiet hours of 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. For many Albertans, the long weekend means exploring the great outdoors. Adventurers can take advantage of a new free technology that helps you stay connected even in cell service dead zones. Experts in safety and tech are calling the satellite service a game changer. CTV's Jeremy Thompson reports.
When you're out here, cell service is expected to be spotty. That's the case in many less remote parts of Canada, too, anywhere cell towers like this aren't close by. In mid-July, Rogers launched a new service to keep you connected almost anywhere.
Initially, it's somewhat limited. It's only texting.
The service is a partnership with SpaceX and Link Global, which develops what it calls cell towers in space, allowing newer cell phones to use low-orbiting satellites to send messages. iPhone users may notice a prompt to try out the built-in tech when they have poor or no service.
You still have to have carriers in the country where you live providing service that takes advantage of that hardware capability. That's what this Rogers satellite announcement is.
People who explore the outdoors may already use dedicated satellite devices to send messages from remote areas.
So I'm in like Grand Cache, so it'll show you whereabouts I was.
No kidding.
Yeah, so...
In the middle of nowhere.
In the middle of nowhere. So this was me during an ultramarathon.
Devices like these can cost hundreds of dollars, plus a monthly subscription. Rogers is offering the satellite cell service to people on any network for free until the trial period ends in October.
I'm going out to the mountains again for 2 weeks, so I'm probably going to get that before I go.
The one advantage of the cell phone is it kind of enables everybody to have that with them on a device they carry every day.
This search and rescue expert believes the tech will save lives, but it's not bulletproof.
It is not the safety plan. It's an element of your safety plan.
It's a Rogers exclusive for now, but one tech expert believes other cellular providers aren't far behind.
It's only a matter of time before you can walk into any store, any carrier, on any phone, and you can add this onto your plan. And I think that makes a lot of sense for Canadians who travel.
Jeremy Thompson, CTV News, Edmonton.
Josh, I was happy to hear about this new satellite service. I'll be spending the weekend in the woods, and if the weather doesn't cooperate, you're going to be my first phone call.
just an angry voicemail message. What's going on with this rain? There is a good chance that we'll see some showers and thunderstorms scattered across parts of the province. We'll get into some timelines in some of those areas in a little minute. 30 degrees downtown Edmonton right now. 28 Elk Island, and at the International Airport Stony Plain as well, sitting at 28 degrees. We actually got to 30.9, 31 for a daytime high after starting the day at 17, 24. The average high, a couple of degrees off the record of 33, but a lot closer to the record high than the average high. One more hot day tomorrow, and then things start to cool off Sunday and Monday. Here's what it looks like outside right now with the CTV drone flying low over the river. That is a nice shot there. Sean McClune doing yeoman's work with the a little boat on the river too, a little kayaker. All right, there is a heat warning still in effect for all the areas in pink. It's basically the same regions that have had it for the last couple of days. This will be in effect, it looks like, for central and eastern Alberta tomorrow. It will start to cool down a little bit across the northwest. The yellows and reds, severe thunderstorm watches and warnings. There was a warning for that storm cell there. It looks like it's starting to weaken and break up a little bit. Still a warning with that one, as it's likely producing not just some heavy downpours because it's not moving very much, but also some hail. Now, some of these storms are going to track off to the northeast into the Whitecourt area later on tonight, but we'll stay storm-free tonight here in the city. Tomorrow night, supper time-ish into the evening hours, could see some scattered thunderstorms. Should get to around 29 or 30 once again for a daytime high, and then low to mid-20s for Sunday and Monday. Closer look at all that in a couple minutes.
All right, Josh, thank you. Coming up next on CTV News, a dangerous drive. A woman says an Uber driver made sexual advances towards her while driving her in the wrong direction.
I got scared. I immediately felt my heart drop to my stomach, and I was like, where are we going?
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
You're watching CTV News at 5.
A woman in Calgary is sharing a scary experience with a recent Uber driver. She says the man made several sexual advances towards her and at one point deviated from her route home. He's now banned from the platform. CTV's Terry Fikowski has more on the woman's warning to others riding alone.
I haven't for quite some time now.
What should have been a safe ride home turned into a nightmare for Akaya Dos Santos. The 23-year-old was picked up from a nightclub around 2 o'clock in the morning on July 19th by an Uber driver with a 5-star review.
He was asking me, how was your night? How was the club? Oh, I've never been here before. And then he started asking me, well, you know, do you want to go with me tomorrow?
Dos Santos became uncomfortable when the man kept asking her to sit up front and making sexual advances, so she started recording.
I'm happy just chilling in the back.
In the video, the man is heard asking if she'd had sex that night. She says despite being visibly intoxicated, the man kept offering to buy her alcohol and go back to her place together, which she declined.
Do you need some drinks or?
Drinks?
Yeah.
I think I'm like up as is.
She says she tried to be friendly, brushing off his comments because she felt vulnerable as the only passenger. But when the driver began to deviate away from her route home, she got scared.
I immediately felt my heart drop to my stomach, and I was like, where are we going? He was like, the liquor store. And I was like, you know, I just want to go home, please.
When she finally arrived home, she reported the ride to Uber. The company banned the driver in a statement saying this behavior is unacceptable and has no place on the Uber platform, adding the man had been an Uber driver since 2024 with no prior complaints. Calgary police did investigate, but no charges were laid. However, the city of Calgary did revoke the driver's rideshare license.
Something seems strange, terminate that trip immediately, and then once that trip is complete and you're in a safe place, please reach out and we'll investigate.
Uber has several safety features, like an emergency button that shares real-time information with 911 operators. The company is also testing a feature in parts of the U.S. that allows female riders to request a female driver. But with no plans to bring it to Canada, Dos Santos wants women to be more alert when riding alone.
I just keep thinking of, well, what if I was more intoxicated that night? Very scary situation.
Terry Fikowski, CTV News, Calgary.
Alberta's premier says while she's disappointed, U.S. President Donald Trump has increased tariffs on Canadian goods to 35%. She is pleased to see the majority of Alberta exports remain tariff-free. Goods that fall under the Canada-U.S.-Mexico trade agreement are exempt from tariffs, including oil, gas, and agricultural products. Danielle Smith is urging the federal government to continue negotiating to resolve trade issues with the United States while also diversifying the Canadian economy. Prime Minister Mark Carney says he's disappointed by Trump's decision. He says negotiations with the U.S. will continue, adding the Canadian government is laser-focused on building Canada strong. Unlike Canada, Mexico was given a 90-day window to work towards a deal. Experts believe Canada's new tariffs are a negotiating tactic.
He does implement and does pull back, and he does threaten and then pull back. And I know we don't want to always rely on that, especially in circumstances where the growth of the Canadian economy is at stake. But I do think this is all part of the negotiation process.
Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre says Canada must stand its ground, adding control of our economic future requires breaking our dependence on the U.S. Still to come tonight on CTV News, a country party. Fans and performers looking forward to a weekend full of music at Big Valley Jamboree.
We are here to party and have a good time for 3 days straight, maybe longer.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
Country Music Festival, Big Valley Jamboree is underway in Camrose.
It's really special that we do see so many different people from different generations that have been enjoying the festival for decades or for their very first time.
Organizers say the BVJ has seen significant growth in attendance since the festival started 32 years ago. Through the course of the weekend, some of country's biggest names and up-and-coming artists will perform. Headliners include Blake Shelton, Jason Aldean, and Bailey Zimmerman. The Canadian group James Barker Band takes the stage tomorrow.
people are just like in it for the whole weekend. You know what I mean? It's not like they're going to a concert for one night and then they're going back. They're like, no, we are here to party and have a good time for 3 days straight, maybe longer. And just looking forward to that, being back and being a part of that.
Tickets for ground passes and camping are still available. Off to a sizzling start here in August, Josh. During the commercial break, he did try to trick me. He's like, you know, Matt, we've had the hottest day of the month so far. And I thought, really? And then I realized it's August 1st.
Yeah. It may actually be the hottest day of the month for at least the first week and a half. We'll get one more day up around 30 tomorrow. But after that, it starts to cool off. Take a look outside with the Action Furnace River Valley Skycam. Action Furnace fixed right over its free. We're at 31 degrees under blue skies in Edmonton right now. Hey, if you are out and about, whether you're at BVJ or camping this weekend, make sure you have a chance or a way to get severe weather alerts on your cell phone, or if you have a weather radio that will allow you to get those alerts. There will, especially late tomorrow and then again Sunday, midday and into the early evening hours, there will likely be some severe thunderstorms across parts of the province. 32 degrees in Fort McMurray, 30 in Grand Prairie, 28 in Red Deer right now, and 31 in Slave Lake and here in Edmonton. Heat warning, as we said, still in effect today, probably in effect for all these areas except for the northwest corner of the province tomorrow afternoon. You do have some severe thunderstorm watches in yellow and a warning there for the area in red. Those thunderstorms, there's a couple stray ones off to the southeast, but they're basically in the same area that you've had day after day of thunderstorm activity. It does look like the strongest storms right now are northeast of Hinton, pushing towards the Valley View region. It'll take a little while before they get there, but later on tonight, some of these storms will push into the Whitecourt region, Valley View area as well. Kind of fizzles out overnight and then redevelops tomorrow morning. So it could actually be a stormy start to the day tomorrow if you're in the Grand Prairie region. Most of the thunderstorm activity tomorrow afternoon will be once again through the foothills and up in northwestern Alberta, but there's sort of a secondary area here just off to the east and southeast of the Edmonton region. If these showers and thunderstorms, which will be really hit and miss, if they stay out of the Edmonton area until 6 or 7 p.m., then I think quite easily we get to 30 degrees. If they roll in a little earlier in the afternoon, then we may be limited to about 28 or 29. It does look like overnight, Saturday night into Sunday morning, best chance is going to be off to the south and southwest of the Edmonton area. And so watch this next wave come through Sunday afternoon. It's really kind of midday and through the afternoon hours that you get a chance of some hit and miss showers and thunderstorms. Now, again, I think most of the daytime hours Sunday, it's just mostly cloudy here in the city. And if you're back further to the west, it actually looks a little bit drier. The main area that'll see wet weather into Monday is northeastern Alberta as this little low pressure system lifts off. So we get some rain late Sunday night, early Monday morning, and then some clearing by Monday afternoon. 14 degrees in Red Deer tomorrow morning, 16 in Grand Prairie, 17 in Fort McMurray and here in Edmonton. Low 30s once again across the northeast, but you back off to 23 and 24 in Grand Prairie and Edson for daytime highs, 22 in Jasper. In Red Deer, you should get to about 26 with the chance of some scattered showers and thunderstorms. So pretty calm tonight as far as the wind is concerned. Hot right through this evening and hot again tomorrow with partly cloudy skies by tomorrow afternoon and that chance of a shower or thunderstorm tomorrow night. Sunday, mostly cloudy, high of about 23. Chance of scattered showers or thunderstorms midday or early afternoon. Best chance for steadier rain, at least here in the city, though. Looks like it's overnight Sunday into early Monday morning.
All right, Josh, thank you. Thousands of dog owners and pooch lovers are heading to Okotoks this weekend for the Alberta Kennel Club Summer Classic Dog Show. Organizers say it's one of Canada's largest outdoor dog shows. Organizers are expecting up to 800 dogs a day and 1,200 spectators. The pups will compete in events like agility, obedience, scent detection, and best in show.
I think the spectators just like coming to see, they want to see all the different breeds. Like lots of times they've never been able to see half these breeds that they would never see on the street. So they come for that. I think they also like to come and, like to say, to watch the agility and watch the obedience stuff. People just love dogs.
The dog show runs until Monday evening. When we return, paying it forward, how a man who once relied on Edmonton's Food Bank is now helping the organization.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
Breaking news tonight in the Canada Post labor dispute. Postal workers have rejected what the Crown Corporation previously called its final offer. Voting, which was forced by the federal government, wrapped up earlier today. The final offer included a 13% pay increase over 4 years. It would have also added part-time workers Canada Post says are necessary to stay afloat. The union, for about 55,000 workers, urged its members to reject the offer. The union previously said if the offer was rejected, it would get in touch with management immediately to invite them back to the negotiation table. This is a developing story, and we will have the very latest on CTV News at 6 and online at ctvnewsedmonton.ca. The number of people relying on Edmonton's food bank has almost doubled in 3 years. As Amanda Anderson reports, the organization is asking for your help this long weekend.
Volunteers sort through food donations, items that leave this warehouse almost as fast as it comes in.
We are at a very challenging place for Edmonton's food bank and the community we're serving. We've seen tremendous growth in the number of people looking for food from us over the last couple of years, so it's been a challenge trying to get the volume of food in.
Supply they're hoping to replenish through one of their biggest food drives of the summer.
We're hoping people will come down to the Heritage Festival and bring a kind donation of non-perishable food or a monetary donation.
Naeem Al-Khatib knows firsthand how life-changing the food bank services can be. His family escaped the conflict in Gaza for the safety of Canada in June 2024. He says starting a new life here wasn't easy.
Needed food for my family, 7 members, 7 adults by that time. And I wasn't working. I was unemployed.
The food bank not only provided food for Al-Khatib's family, but gave him a chance to become a volunteer.
A good experience because, as you know, for newcomers, it's very hard to get into the job market because we don't have the local experience.
Helping others is something he now gets to do every day. He became an employee at the food bank, working in client services.
I'm very thankful for providing me a new, safe and dignified life here in Canada.
Nearly 44,000 people are provided food through the hamper program each month, a 42% increase since 2022.
We feel like we're always asking for help, but the reality is we're always being asked for help.
There will be volunteers collecting non-perishable food items and donations at 3 sites at the Heritage Festival this weekend. Amanda Anderson, CTV News, Edmonton.
That's our show. Thanks for watching. I'm Matt Woodman. CTV News continues right now.